What's up, guys? CJ here, and welcome back to another all-new episode of Hybrid TV. I'm joined, as always, by the usual suspects. Will?
Hey, y'all.
Oh, geez, really? That's how you want to start this show off?
What?
I'm not going to judge. We're moving on. Tim?
Let me live.
How's it going, everyone?
And this time we got a special guest, Nick. How you doing, man?
Special guest, yeah. Hey.
Special guest. Just a reminder, before we get too far into the show, the entire episode is up on SoundCloud. You can find the entire 40 or 50-minute episode up there. What you're hearing on YouTube is probably just a 10 or 15-minute clip. That's our usual MO. So if you'd like to listen to the full episode, be sure to check that out. You can ask us questions for us to answer at either location. Just use hashtag AskHybridTV. And, I mean, there's a good chance, depending on the week, that we definitely will get to some or all of the questions that are asked. And if there's a discussion topic you'd like to see us kind of hash it out over, we definitely would accept those as well. So the first thing we're going to talk about today, the CW, of course, now most of their fall slate has aired. It's started up. I think Black Lightning airs in January. I think that kicks off kind of the winter for them, but their fall slate is up and running now. Flash, Arrow, Legends, Supergirl, they've all had a couple of weeks under their belt. So how are they doing so far, ratings-wise? And the answer is not super good. Flash is still by far and away the most viewed show on their network by, a good 500,000 viewers almost over Riverdale. And Supernatural, pretty close third place there. Arrow coming in fourth with 1.5 million viewers. And Legends of Tomorrow actually with more viewers than Arrow, apparently, but less of a rating share, if that makes sense. And Supergirl, less of a rating share as well, but still more viewers than Legends. So really, really interesting that a lot of these shows are on the downtrend. Riverdale is apparently nearly doubling its viewership. It's got a little over 2 million viewers, and that's apparently a 97% change year to year. So I guess it being on Netflix so soon did wonders for that show, because it's gotten a much bigger viewer base apparently. And its ratings are up really, really significantly as well.
The 2-week turnaround.
But the DCTV shows are down across the board. Flash down 8% in terms of rating share and 5% in terms of actual viewership. Arrow down 11% in terms of rating share and 13% in viewership. Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl down 16% and 30% in rating share, 9% in viewership, and 23% in viewership. So Supergirl taking a really, really steep dive there. But everything else looking solid for them. Like literally, the non-DCTV shows seem to be doing pretty well. Riverdale especially. What do you guys make of these numbers? Flash still by far and away their most viewed show. It's got the biggest audience. But everything else kind of seems to be, struggling a little bit.
People are bored of these shows now. They're not doing anything good. They're just doing that.
Well, I mean,
rushing the plot.
I'm a little bit worried that might be the case. Yeah, you see, this is a big year for everyone. I think Flash is trying to pivot a little bit and maybe try and get ahead of the curve. But so far, it doesn't seem like people care too much. Nick, I mean, is this kind of the beginning of maybe the end for some of these shows?
Hopefully.
But do you think we might actually see the demise of one of these DC TV shows this year? And if you had to choose, either based on these numbers or based on the critical reception, which do you think it would be?
Supergirl.
I don't think they're going to get rid of Supergirl just because it's their only female-led show. The one I probably see leaving most likely is Legends.
Just a really interesting, situation they find themselves in. Personally, I think Legends is probably...
Yeah, actually,
I think
Legends,
Supergirl just still has a little too much cultural cachet. Legends is... I don't want to say circling the drain a little bit. It does have, it is, I guess, more viewed than something like Arrow, and who knows, maybe they just will bring Arrow to an end after, because it definitely has been the longest running show. A really interesting thing that we're going to be watching on this show as we move forward and get kind of towards mid-season, and then of course once the finales start rolling out next spring, early summer, when the cancellation race starts. But certainly something to keep an eye on, and hopefully these shows improve, at least for the sake of our viewers who like them more than we do. As always, you can ask your questions. Just hit us up in the comment section of this video using the hashtag AskHybridTV, or on SoundCloud, where the full episode is, or on Twitter even. We'll go find your questions, and we'll probably talk about them. If you have a discussion topic you'd like to see us, chat about, we definitely would love those suggestions as well. So just hit us up in the same way, and we could discuss your topic right here on the show. All right, guys, where can the people find you on social media?
They can find me on Twitter at Aussie Dragoon.
Will?
You can find me on my own channel at Will the Greatest.
Oh yeah. Nick, where can the people find you?
You follow me on Twitter and talk about movies and everything at who's_Nick.
Hell yeah. Alright, you can find me on Twitter at CJ Pascal. And if I'm talking about sports too much, just mute me. I guess that brings us to the end of Hybrid TV, Episode 8. Thank you guys so much for listening, or watching if you're watching on YouTube. For Tim, Will, and Nick, this is CJ, and we'll see you next time.